Today we're in the Book of Mormon, looking at Alma chapter 30, verse 44. We're going to be using these Neocolor water-soluble crayons, and we're going to have about 4 or 5 different colors of those that we're going to use. But first we're going to put some washi tape to cover the verse that we're focusing on. So you'll want some washi tape, and you'll also want to get some scrap paper to put underneath your pages. Using the black crayon, I just generally go around all the margins of the page, as well as the footnotes. We're going to do multiple coats, so you don't have to worry about how dark it is, because it'll get darker with the second coat. And you don't need to do a really thick layer all the way around, because the water will spread the color to cover the whole page. Next, using a water brush, or you could just use a cup of water and a regular paintbrush, I'm going to get the crayon wet and push the color out towards the edges of the page. And I'm going to try and get all of the wax residue lifted up and blended. And also, by going back and forth, this is helpful, but you're going to see me do a lot of circular motions, and that's just going to give it a cloudy appearance, which is kind of, galaxy looking, more than back and forth stripes. So if you run out of water, I just squeeze the water brush pen, and it allows more water to flow from the brush. And then I'm putting the lighter part closer to the words, so the darker parts along the edges and the lighter parts close to the words. Then I'm going to dry it with a heat gun, and then I'm going to use a dark navy crayon and go over the black, overlapping, and then onto the white. And again, a little goes a long way with these crayons, so you don't have to do a super thick coating. And I'm going to just do it basically in the 4 corners of where the white and the black meet. And then I'm going to keep doing the same thing with the different color pens, with purple and turquoise and pink. Now using the same exact technique, I'm going to go over all of it again with a second coat, and it's okay if colors overlap. It helps them to blend, and the reason you want to do more than one coat, not only to darken it, but with watercolors, the more coats, the more depth it adds to the image. And you'll notice that I didn't do any prepping with gesso, and yet it's not bleeding through the page. So depending on what book you're using, this is a Deseret book, Book of Mormon, and those pages work they're really great quality. If you're using a Rosenthal, you probably want to prep your pages first with gesso, but I didn't prep this at all, and it doesn't bleed through, so just something to note. Next, we're going to use some white acrylic paint, and we're going to water it down using water from our water brush pen. And then we're going to blend it using a flat paintbrush so that it's really watery. And then we're going to flick that paint all over our page. And this is going to create a starry effect. And the farther away you do it, then the smaller they'll be. And you can do as many or as little as you want. And they're small enough that it's okay if it covers up the words, you can still read them. After that's all dry, I'm going to remove the washi tape. And then I'm going to start applying the stickers. The good thing about these stickers is they're very repositionable. So after I've got them all how I want them, I actually mess up later on, and you'll see that I move them around and around and around, and eventually I end up printing out another set of stickers to help with the ones I messed up on. So maybe before you cut them like I did, you can make sure they're all where you want them to be and save the cutting for the end. Or if you're too impatient, you can just print out another set in case you need it. And if you're doing these on digital, the digital files, I printed them out on white sticker paper. Using a black glaze pen, I'm going to draw lines on the planets with little bow ties on them. Because I'm right-handed, I'm going to start from the left and work my way over. If you're left-handed, start from the right and work your way over. Now, if you are particular about how straight these look, you might want to get a ruler. This is actually where I mess up and have to realign all of the planets and adjust them to fix my lines, because this glaze pen isn't something that you can just erase. Once it's down, it's down. So these are looking okay. I'm happy enough with them. On the other side though, I tend to make them more crooked, and so I have to do a lot of patchwork, which you'll see. Using the same pen, I'm now going to outline the verse. And along the bottom, I'm going to put the How Great Thou Art stickers from the white sticker sheet. Because these are small, scripty, connected letters, they are more difficult to remove and to use. They are repositionable just like the planets, but the planets are big, bulky, simple shapes, and this is much more intricate, so the Cricut doesn't cut it as well. So when I take it off, you can see that some of my letters get ripped, but it's really not a big deal. I just realign them and stick it on, and you can't even tell that it gets ripped when it's all said and done. So it takes some repositioning to get them all on the same vertical line. And I put How Great on one side and Thou Art on the other side. Now I'm heating up a glue gun and I'm attaching the planet patch to the piece of black felt that's there. And I'm just wanting to make sure it's nice and attached on all the different small parts of the patch. And then when that's dry, I'm going to cut the planet out. Then I'm going to put glue on the little square as well as the paper clip and attach it to the top of the back of the planet so that the planet paperclip bookmark can slide down your page and not be stuck all the way outside of it. It'll stay better that way. And then attaching the paper clip with some washi tape. I'm going to have to realign that planet so that it's not in the way. And the washi tape will also help to keep the paperclip bookmark in place. So that's it. I hope you liked this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.